of, you got, this is the Senate, this is the House. You see their numbers, you see how much money they had, and you see that only one of them had opposition. And so everybody, if you're working in Horry County, everybody in Horry County is represented by one of these people. So they can't talk to this person who got 99, 98, 99, 98, 98, 98, 97, 97. Well, here's somebody that really probably pissed some people off. She only got 79%. But this is not what democracy looks like. And people don't even know it. And so the first thing that to do is to tell people they have a sore. And then we're going to rub raw the sore, so they want to put some medicine on it. And we're going to offer the medicine by saying, well, this county can pass according to state law, and this is in your book on page 15. The state law on county initiatives and referendum by citizens allows you, county people, to go out and take up 15% of the registered voters signing a petition. Most of us have all signed petitions that end up in the trash can somewhere, right? It's kind of a symbolic thing to do, make do. This is power that people aren't using. So if we get 15% of the citizens in Richland County or Horry County, and we turn it into the county council clerk, they have 30 days to make a decision to accept it as written without significant change. And our resolution says, the county council and the citizens of Richland County hereby call upon our legislative delegation to support citizens redistricting commissions so we get to draw the lines and not the politicians. And I know from talking to the people in Richland County we have to convince to do this, we're going to win Richland County. I'm not as convinced about Horry County. That's why we want to start our model for the next month, modeling in Horry and Richland. And that once we take up the petitions and you turn them in, they have to either accept it or put it on the ballot for the citizens of the county to vote on in the next general election. The law goes on to say, if the next general election is more than a year away, they have to have a special election. Okay, so now here's where the sneaky part comes in, the strategy part, I mean, is that in all your counties, they don't elect, the counties all elect November 2020. Okay? So if we take up petitions around the state and turn them in September, we could do it until Labor Day. We're still over a year out. And so we've got that, we're going to make you have a special election, but also we want you, before you have to decide to do this, to look at, Miss Councilperson, if you've got some people in the council, and you've got, in Richland County, there's 11 people, 6 of them are up in 2020, that's 6-5. Charleston, 7, it's got 7, so it's 4-3. We take up the petitions of the people coming up for election. I guarantee you, we will get more people in the districts of the people that are running to sign our petition than they won by. I guarantee you that when we do that in the counties, if we want to work on where's my good friend Alan Clemens. No. Alan Clemens is the personification of fake democracy. He got 97.48%. So in Horry County, we'll break it down, we'll know how many votes Alan won by. We'll go into Alan's district in the county, take up more votes than he won by a long shot. So we're doing two things. We're going to convince the county to pass the thing, and we're going to take up petitions in the district of the county council that we have to convince, which is probably contiguous with the Republican districts. And so this is like a double-edged sword we're going to use against them. And they have further hoisted themselves on their own petard by reducing the number of people that are voting. I think you heard me say earlier, 8.6% of the people elected a majority of the legislature. So what they've done is they've shrunk the number of people that are participating down. Most people in South Carolina don't vote. That's our base. So this is a great plan. It may not work this time. If we don't do it, our kids will be doing it in 2030. And in the meantime, we're building a movement that gains power, that can do things like we did in Fairfield County, where we got Mr. Fanning elected. Do things like we did in Spartanburg in 2016. We will develop the power to punish or reward. Because if you don't have power, you can't get anything done. You heard Cobb Hunter, 28 years she's been practicing that. And so in Spartanburg, everybody in Spartanburg only has a Republican on their ticket to vote for, a Republican senator. We had 85 members in Spartanburg County. We talked to them and we said, well, look, why don't you vote in the Republican primary, or you're not going to have a voice at all in who represents you. And there was a gentleman that was incumbent named Lee Bright. Some of you apparently remember Mr. Bright.
Not so bright.
Not so bright. Mr. Bright wanted us to print our own money, and he wanted to be the incandescent light bulb capital of the world, because the Ralph Nader was taking the light bulbs away from her or something.
Yeah,
but Bright is like an embarrassment to the species, not just to the Republicans. And so we interviewed the least crazy of the Republicans that were running, and Scott Talley was a House member that we knew, and he went to Wofford with some people we knew. So he wasn't like, you drink a beer with the guy, okay? We disagree with him, but he's not insane. We knew that it probably wouldn't move the needle that much, except in the legislature when they find out that he won in the Republican primary with a runoff, which is the same thing Fannie did, in a runoff. We're picking races where they're really close, going in strategically, mobilizing a base, and picking them off in the primary. The Democrats can't do that. They won't do that. And so we've got that strategic thing that we do with our C4, the individuals. All of you should be part of our individual membership. And so that developing that ability to punish or reward is something that this campaign, I think, will ratchet it up to a position that nobody in any existing party has even thought about, because they're all subservient to what? Money. Money. We ain't got no money. So we're not subservient, except to ourselves and our aspirations and our hope for a better society.